Have you ever wondered what actually makes a man a man? There are a number of things that we cover on this channel that answer that question. However, according to neurobiology, hands down, the answer for any man to become a high-value and masculine warrior is the powerful sex hormone testosterone. But what are the ways in which any man can increase his testosterone levels? A quick look on the internet will uncover an array of mixed messages that suggest ways to increase testosterone. But in this video, you will learn the elite secrets to double your testosterone on demand. Before we go ahead, be aware of this disclaimer. What you are about to learn should not be taken as a substitute for qualified medical advice. These secrets are based on the experiences and opinions of some of the most elite men in the world. And, as with any knowledge online, please use your best judgment before making changes to your lifestyle. So, what is testosterone and why should you care? Testosterone is an incredibly important hormone in the body that regulates many important functions. For a man, testosterone plays a part in all of these: your libido, development of sex organs, voice deepening, facial hair appearance, muscle size and development, bone growth and strength, and sperm production. When your body isn't producing enough testosterone, it is virtually guaranteed that you will go from a masculine man to a weak man. To mention a few things that will happen if you don't produce enough testosterone: you can start to develop man boobs. Your muscles can reduce in size. You won't be as strong as you could be, and you'll constantly be irritable. It can lead to poor concentration, and there is the potential that you could fall into depression. As you can see, having high testosterone levels is absolutely essential for you as a high-value man. The very first step you should take is to get your blood checked. You cannot improve if you don't know where you're starting from. It's very easy to get your T levels checked, and you should check your levels at least every 6 months, if not sooner. As with many things in life, balance is key. You actually don't want extremely high levels of testosterone either, so this action step will help keep your levels monitored and in check. All of the wisdom we'll cover in the rest of this video is based on the assumption that you want to increase your T levels, and you want to do so naturally. Something that you absolutely must know is that testosterone and cholesterol go hand in hand. You may have often heard either, or even both of these, be demonized. Well, we're here to tell you that not only are they not bad, but they are also absolutely essential and vital for you. Starting by increasing your cholesterol intake. This means eating more food such as bacon, eggs, and steak. If that sounds like good news for you, it's because it is. If you're a vegetarian, that would mean you need to up your oatmeal and whey protein consumption. You will also need to bump up your overall intake of nuts such as Brazil nuts and healthy fats like olive oil and coconut oil. These foods can be pretty fattening, so you have to balance this increased intake with a healthy dose of intense exercise. Your exercise should consist of heavy weightlifting and HIIT, also known as HIIT sessions. So grab your running shoes and go for a sprint to bump up your metabolism, or do some quick burpees, mountain climbers, and jumping jacks to get your HIIT in. For weightlifting, keep pushing yourself by piling on the plates. Of course, you want to go carefully as you increase weights so as to not cause injuries, but definitely add more weights than you are comfortable with or that you had planned for. This will shock the body into producing more growth hormones and, as a wonderful side benefit, increase your T levels. An important point to consider is that you don't want your T levels to skyrocket all of a sudden. You want them to be in harmony with estrogen levels. It is a common misconception that testosterone only matters to men and estrogen matters only to women. Both of these sex hormones are important to both men and women, but in different proportions. Other notable mentions in terms of foods, herbs, spices, or supplements that you should consume to bump up your T levels are mucuna pruriens, oysters, tongkat ali, fenugreek, and ginseng. Some major lifestyle boosters that you can start on immediately are getting more sunlight in the mornings. Sunlight is essential for the body to create and synthesize vitamin D, which is critical for stimulating muscle growth, shedding unnecessary body fat, and increasing power and strength. And it does all this while at the same time jacking up your testosterone levels and metabolic rate. If you're in an area where there isn't a sufficient amount of sunlight, like places in North America, you may need to consider supplements. Vitamin D is present in foods. However, it is unlikely that you can get all of your vitamin D from dietary sources. We've already mentioned eggs. Another great source of vitamin D is fatty fish, such as mackerel, sardines, salmon, and tuna. Fortified foods such as milk may also be helpful for elevating vitamin D levels. Intermittent fasting or time-restricted feeding can also help increase T levels. Going the other direction, reverse dieting, where you're increasing calories, can help boost your metabolism. While doing many of these changes, you have to make sure to get a good night's sleep, since the hormonal changes required to boost T levels only happen at night. The quantity of sleep that you need will change as you age. However, you should ensure that you are getting at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Sleep is also vitally important for many other body functions, so you cannot be the most masculine version of yourself if you haven't optimized your sleep. Make sure to pay special attention to the quantity, quality, and consistency of sleep you're getting. Manage your stress well by removing various sources of toxicity in your life. This also means that you should quit smoking immediately and minimize or cycle your caffeine sources. Also, routinely check inflammation and deficiencies of essential nutrients in your body. As an elite-level man, you are also taking on major challenges in your life and continuing to improve. Just know that every setback you encounter and the small wins you generate will result in a tiny boost to your T levels. So, keep taking on new challenges and give it your best every single time. Additionally, you want to get rid of sources that reduce your T levels. So, you should avoid xenoestrogen and other T-lowering chemicals, which are commonly found in plastics, cleaning products, makeup, and pesticides at any cost. Also, some cruciferous and leafy vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage can help boost T levels by removing estrogen in your body that lower our T levels. If you're watching porn, you need to get rid of it immediately. Watch our video titled Dirty Habits Keeping Men Weak. Nobody Dares Talk About This, where we covered the dangers of porn and other horrible habits that weak men fall victim to. You should make a list of the so-called ingredients of testosterone so that you remember how you can massively increase yours. Improving your diet by eating foods that are naturally high in fats and protein and low in unhealthy carbs like junk food, focusing on getting optimal sleep, powering up by getting consistent and intense strength training, supplementing for a short duration as needed, reducing stress, and ensuring you get sunlight exposure daily can all double your T levels at great speed. So, what are you waiting for? Get started today by putting these elite tips into practice, and then, with your pumped up T levels, hit the like and subscribe buttons.